Alright, well, we're done with the Bernkastel's letter, and we're definitely not going to be doing the Witch's Tanabata. So, next is going to be Game Master Batora, which, from what I've seen, this is actually one of the longer side stories, should I call these? Like, mini stories? Tea parties? I don't know what to call these, to be honest. But, yeah, this is like one of the longer ones. This is probably gonna take a while, but, nonetheless, let's do this. Oh, okay. Glitchy door! Japanese? Hello? What? Wait, hold on. Is it? Oh. Okay. Okay, there you go. Thank God. Okay, well, okay, I assume like some past Umineko moments flashed before my eyes. Alright. After episode 5, Beller has finally become the Game Master. In a way, it wouldn't be odd to consider Beller, who now has a commanding view of the game board and can freely spin the story. A godlike existence. However, unlike the usual gods, being a game master isn't quite so easy. After all, he himself must decide and create everything. It isn't an occupation where he can just leisurely smile down on the world from above the clouds. The stage of Bato's game board is a small island, entangled in complicated rules, including time limit of nearly 2 days. It's not so easy to create a story with that. Tell me about it. At first, Beller acted in a laid-back manner and believed that he could mold the story in a way he wants, but soon understood that this way of thinking was very naive. Okay. Okay, well this is a new soundtrack that I never heard of before. I guess so. Actually, hold on, let me do something here first. Okay, let's see if this is actually better. Lambda Delta, the Game Master, Episode 5, swaggered around in delight that someone finally understood her hardships. So what, are we getting like a behind the scenes between episode 5 and 6? Wow. Yeah. I mean, thinking back on episode 6, who had like the most screen time? Like, we had Beller and Bato. We had Ariakey, for sure. We had the whole love trial story, which involved the usuals like George and Shannon, Kanon and Jessica. We had the introduction of Zeppar and Fruitfur, who were the hosts of the love duel and such. Other than that, I mean, we also had the Lambda Delta and Bernkastel. just the sheer number of characters made writing the story difficult. Since this is the story of Balor and Bato, we barely even need any other characters. One or two more would be fine, but...
そうは言ったってどうすりゃいいんだよ。現実に数十人規模でキャラがいるわけだぞ。
あんた本当にパーね。このラムダデルタちゃん様みたいに頭使いなさいよ。頭。向いた。頭突きじゃないわよ、バカ。
やかましい。こっちは考えてやボツ考えてやボツの繰り返しで頭が痛いんだ。
I mean, thinking on a higher plane, from Toya's perspective, it's not like Lambda Delta and Bernkastel truly have anything to do with Bato and Balor, so... You know, Lambda Delta, you aren't one to say stuff like this. You could just easily be written off. Although, at this point you can't imagine Umineko without Lambda Delta and Bernkastel, funny enough.
黄色い声でピーピー騒ぐな。あんまりうるさいとエピソード6では登場させねえぞ。何かうまい秘訣があるならとっとと教えやがれってんだ。
たく、泣くことゲームマスターには勝てないわね。でも、もう教えるまでもないわ。あんた答えが分かってんじゃない。
え？おい待てよ。煙に巻いたまま逃げるな。逃げちまいやがった。
Though she was the previous game master, I should have been kinder and asked for some tricks and tips instead. Well, no point in regretting it now that she's gone. I'll start building the scenario from scratch again. Okay. Who's there? Who is it this time?
あいよ、空いてるぜ。モナカも羊羹もいらねえから、シナリオのネタを持ってきてくれ。
バトラー様。
Hey, Genji.
お忙しいところ失礼いたします。
おお、源氏さんか。と思ったら、熊沢のばあちゃんに郷田さんに南條先生まで。使用人大人勢一同って感じだな。
バトラ様、ご無沙汰しております。
Hey there, Goda.
ゴーダでございます。
次のシナリオのネタをお探しでしたら、実に好都合でございます。
Hey there, Kumasawa.
なら、私たちはバトラさんの力になれると思います。
Hey there, Nanjo.
本当に幸いだった。
なんだか知らないが、ネタやアイディアなら大歓迎だぜ。
Yeah. It hasn't been long since I ended the main story. I still think of all of you daily.
何それ？重箱？
Boxes.
中身は？
頭をお使いだと糖分が欲しくなるもの。ゴーダがバトラ様への差し入れにと腕を振るいました。
Ah. So it isn't just the booze that Kinzo asked for in his spare time. He was a sweet tooth kind of guy.
バトラ様は洋菓子はお嫌いだったでしょうか。そうでしたらこのゴーダ、とんだご無礼を。
とんでもないとんでもない。バトラ様は羊羹からプリン、杏仁豆腐までなんでもお好きでいらっしゃいますものね。
だいぶ苦労されていると聞きましてな。この辺で一服も良いかと思いまして。医学を紐解くまでもなく、集中力を維持するためにも休憩は大事ですぞ。
それでは配膳を失礼させていただきます。
Just what you'd expect from the adult servants. They tidied up the desk nimbly, took out various colorful desserts from a stack of free boxes, and in the blink of an eye, brightened up the dim study by laying out a smorgasbord of desserts. Wow, You know, I've heard that word before. I've never seen it written. So that's how you write that word. Smorgasbord of desserts.
さあさあ、召し上がれ。この老いぼれでよろしければ、あんでもいたしましょうか。
My goodness, all these sweets. Kumasa, be careful. I might get diabetes from this.
俺だけで食べちゃ申し訳ないぜ。みんなで食べよう。お、紅茶まで出てくるのかよ。気が利くな。
どうぞバトラ様。私は長く親方様とベアトリーチェ様にお仕えしておりました。ですからゲーム版の物語を紡ぐのがどれほど大変なものかよ。
バトラさんがゲームマスターに就任されてからお祝いもしておりませんでしたからな。年寄りたちのおやつ持参の表敬訪問とでも思ってください。
そんな年寄りなんて。俺は人生の先輩方をないがしろになんてできねえぜ。さあさあ、食べよう食べよう。ゴーダさんもそんなかしこまらなくていいから一緒に食べようぜ。
ありがとうございます。それでは私も失礼して。
Alright, well, let us know what you're choosing specifically. Like, what are your favorite sweets?
焼くとく焼くとく。ああ、おいちい。ほっぺが落ちちゃいそう。
Like they said, a rest might be exactly what I need. I'm not coming up with any new ideas and my concentration is just getting worse. It's not like I'll get anywhere just sitting in front of the desk with my arms folded. You know, it kind of reminds me of like some of the free time that I have when I do think about Umineko and going through some of the stuff that I've seen in the past in the story. And it is similar to me, like, you know, the same happened while I was reading Umineko in 2020, 2021, 2022, and same even after that. Like, sometimes I just end up at 1 AM in the morning, like 2 AM in the morning, and just thinking about Umineko and just writing some of my thoughts. Same for when I was doing that Ariakey video, and same even recently. Like, I was thinking of the first twilight of the first game, and I've talked about the involvement of Eva and Hideyoshi in the murder, but it does make you question if they were actually threatened and they knew that people were dying, or they were Yasuo made them think that it was a fake murder mystery game for Balor or something like that, and they were thinking that the bodies were fake, or that they were the people in the storehouse were faking their deaths. And you know, the whole drill about lying about Shannon being there in the first place and all that. That was my theory and such. It does make you think that maybe at first they didn't even know that this was all truly happening and it was just fake. And I guess the best example would be that Eva herself was talking to Balor afterwards about suspecting Servant and, you know, helping Balor and such with this. And it does make you think that it was done in a very calming manner. Otherwise, if Eva and Hideyoshi knew that true murders were happening, then like a different air would be about those two, like afterwards. But no, kind of makes you think like, hey, Balor came back to the family. Let's throw like a murder mystery game type thing, since he loves murder mysteries and all that. And, you know, I think I'm just gonna go with that. I'm just gonna go with the idea that initially Eva and Hideyoshi didn't know that those murders were real, and they were thinking that it was all just a murder mystery game, that Yasu made them think that it was a murder mystery game, when in actuality Yasu fooled them with that, and they didn't realize that they were tricked until their deaths in the second Twilight. So yeah, I think that sounds a lot better in my eyes. So yeah, that is something that I have been thinking of like recently, besides the usual stuff that I talked about in that first Twilight, which so far I'm still standing with that. I'm still standing with what I thought of back then. So I'm still gonna have to think about the other Twilights and revise those things. Also, there was one prank in episode 7. Like, I remember like the first days of Yasu and serving the family and all that, when Berun and Asune joined the servants as well, and Yasu did that magic with with the keyring. I don't remember like ever giving like any solid answer before that, but I think I have a good idea right now, but I think that will be for a different day. Right now, I'm going on a tangent right over here. I'm like the main idea is that like I'm probably in a similar boat to Beller, where I'm just trying to decipher everything about Umineko, and you know, you work and work, you do need your rest. So I just go back to the kitchen and just grab some sweets from the fridge. While thanking his seniors in life for their concern, Beller forgot about the heavy responsibility of the Game Master for a bit, and improved his mood by literally chatting and enjoying himself. Alright guys.
ところでバトラー様、エピソード6の準備はいかがですか？
それがさっぱりでな。さっきラムダデルタにもぼやいたんだが、このゲームは登場人物が多すぎる。そいつら全員にちゃんとした出番や見せ場をあげたいと思ってるんだが、それを一本のシナリオにまとめるのが難しくて。
Man, imagine. Actually, you cannot even imagine how it must have felt for Ryokishi to try to fit all these characters. Because, you know, by this point, the number of characters it just exploded. Like, so many characters. And again, think of One Piece. For those of you who don't know, One Piece is a huge series. I know, shocker, like over 1,000 chapters and episodes and all that, but there are so many freaking characters in One Piece. It makes you question, like, how does Oda feel about juggling so many characters at once by this point? It's insane.
そういえばさっきシナリオのネタを探してるなら好都合と言わなかったっけ？
それでなのですが、その
Goran Komasawa, despite their age, laughed shyly. When Matter stared at them blankly, wondering what was up, Genji spoke with dignity.
バトラ様は今回の人気投票の結果はご覧になりましたか？
Popularity poll. Okay. Well, give us the results, Pops. Like, what place is Lambda Delta?
有志主催人気投票だろ？俺が人気第1位で。いや、照れるぜ。
Sounds about right. Usually girls end up taking first place. Yeah. It's really rare for a man to take first place. Ah well. I guess that was the case with Keiichi from Higurashi too.
この中で一番奮闘しました合田が22。
Yeah, you know, that's the way it is in anime. Girls are like center stage in most of these. So, you know, you would think that for something like Umineko, Battle would take like first place, and Battle would be first. But no, he actually got first place here? Oh. The one who fared best among the servants was Gora, who came 22nd. Amongst the servants. You know, that's actually pretty good. Considering how many characters there are in this.
南條先生は48位。熊沢は53位でございました。
まあ、老いぼれには妥当な順位でしょうね。
源氏さんは何位だったんだ
41位です。まあ若い世代の方にはなかなか太刀打ちは難しいですな。
Man, I can't even imagine why like Gora came in so high.
みんな一番最初のエピソードからひどい役を文句一つ言わずにこなしてるってのにちょっと辛い結果だな。
Yeah, that's a good point.
あのクソムカつくエリカなんてろくなことしてねえのに6位だぜ。
I know, right?
人気投票ですからね。麗しい女性方にはなかなか太刀打ちができないのは承知しておりますが。
Yeah. Wearing bitter smiles, everyone deflated a little. The fun time we had been having eating desserts and drinking tea seemed to wither away and end quietly. Remember the good old times of the first episode when we were the center of attention? Long before the lolly witches and the Ariakeys and the Evatrisses came along and just took the spotlight. That the story became more and more meta. Remember those simple times? Man, I want to cheer everyone up somehow.
俺は何をボケてるんだよ。
Okay, whenever I hear that song, it makes me think of Gop. I keep thinking, oh, Gop is here.
ゲームマスターは俺じゃねえか。ならみんなが人気アップできるように出番や見せ場を増やせばいいってことじゃねえか。
Okay. Everyone perked up and broke into a smile. Oh? Are like the servants gonna get paid even more this episode? Well, looking back on episode 6, I don't remember them that much. Sorry. I get it. This is precisely what they came here for. Oh. You sneaky motherfuckers. So that's what the sweets are for. I mean, in Umineko, where the younger generation stands out more, the adults don't usually get huge roles. Especially the older servants, who are often killed on the first twilight. And well, even when they do survive, all the good parts are usually snatched away by me in battle, so they never really get their chance to shine. I mean, that too. Also, think about Ariakey. Even the viewers have said that she just came along like at the halfway point of the story, and in just 2 episodes she took a lot of the spotlight, including for me as well, like. And not to mention that in my case it was a little bit more special in the sense that it is because of viewers using Ariakey that, Well, I wouldn't say this is just because of Ariakey that I got into Umineko, but they used Ariakey to propel me into starting eps like the Umineko, and I even had her in mind like in episode 1. But with time I kinda shelved her like in the distance, knowing that okay, Ariakey is gonna arrive like much later, so we're gonna leave that for much later. And then Ariakey arrived in episode 5, and then, well, the Ariakey shenanigans began. But yeah, with Ariakey, it started actually much earlier than that for me. So the seeds were planted for Ariakey to become one of my favorites, alongside those like Battle and like Beller, who became my favorites like organically a bit.
いや、本当にうっかりしてたぜ。人気投票の結果に同情するなら、俺が少し加減すりゃよかったんだ。人気は出番と見せ場に比例するわけだからな。ああ、そんなことにも気づかなくて申し訳ない。
Yeah, that is true.
ベアトやラムダデルタのシナリオでは、みんなも随分不遇だったようだが、今やマスターは俺に政権交代。任せてくれ。みんなの人気がドーンと上がるように、俺が出番や見せ場をいっぱい増やしてやるぜ。
Oh, that was easier said than done. What kind of sins can I even give them? In this world of witches and reasoning, where can I lift them in?
じゃあ逆に質問だな。どんな見せ場が欲しい？美味しいデザートのお礼だ。どーんと俺が叶えてやるぜ。
でしたら、ぜひとも私は厨房で大活躍ということで。
Amazing in the kitchen? Sorry, but the only scenario that I remember of something amazing happening in the kitchen is you being attacked by the steaks.
そりゃもちろんだぜ。でも料理だけの活躍じゃ事件後に見せ場がないぜ。
Yeah, that's true.
いえいえ、お任せを。
Wait, when did that happen? I remember Gora being attacked by the steaks, but... Was it episode 2? Or episode 3? I don't remember.
何しろ私はパティシエ界のアクションスター。
I mean, show us the greatness of Magical Chef Gora, please.
厨房でなら負けないと台所用品で大バトルとかいかがでしょう？
Go ahead.
直前のシーンまではへたれていて、厨房に追い詰められ、料理道具をけなされて、怒りの力で覚醒、逆転。
Nice.
おお、若者向けっぽいですな。
決め台詞は台所でなら負けないぜ。
ああ、悪くねえな。群がるヤギどもをコック坊のゴーダさんが合気道の技でバッタバッタ。そこに熱いバトル曲がかかれば脳汁溢れっぱなしだぜ。
Yeah.
よし、決まりだ。ゴーダさんには必ずかっこいいバトルシーンを用意するぜ。
And yet, it never happened. Actually, you know what? I can imagine that this is actually gonna happen like right now, in this side story. Maybe we're talking about Ryukishi's scrapped ideas over here, given that he didn't have enough time to put all this stuff in. Might as well just put it like right over here, for us to see.
おお、ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
熊沢のばあちゃんはどんな見せ場がいい？
Alright, Kumasawa.
やはりあれか？いろいろな重要シーンをいつも扉の隙間からこっそり目撃してるパーフェクト使用人か？
I mean, that has happened in the past, yeah.
私はやはり年齢と経験を生かした役割が一番ぴったりかと。豊富な人生経験から現場の違和感をいち早く察知して事件解決の鍵を握る。けれどもそれを犯人に知られ 涙なくしては語れぬ抵抗の末、大犯人を追い詰める。ベベン。
そりゃ渋いな。いただきだ。熊沢さんはそういう役にしよう。
I mean, you know, it's fine, Kumasa, but it's something that we have seen before. It's nothing new. We gotta make it more spicy. We gotta make it more, like, magical even.
殺される役ってのは見せ場も作りやすいからな。熊沢さんが倒れるシーンでは銀馬。
Moving right along. Nanjo will be a super surgeon who is capable of saving people using nothing but a sewing set he happened to have on himself. Besides, his robe is actually full of scalpels and lethal drugs, so he wouldn't fight if he had to. Genji will play a model support role. He'll be making a cocktail or something in a guest house lounge, reminiscing about the old days. He won't get a battle scene, but a really strong enemy character will say something like, Genji! That's impossible! You're supposed to be dead! And this will give us a glimpse of how awesome he was in the past.
よしよし。今回は使用人大人生が大活躍。豊富な人生経験と老快な知恵で千年の魔女たちを打ち破る。てな、ありがとうみんな。方向性が決まればもう少しアイディアも出やすくなるってもんだぜ。
それはよかった。私らもバトラさんのお役に立てたようですな。
それでは私たちはこの辺でおいとまいたしましょう。これ以上居座っては執筆のお邪魔でしょうから。
ああ、気を使ってくれてありがとうな。そして協力をありがとう。次回の人気投票、全員が10位以内に入れるくらいに活躍できるよ。最高のシナリオを書くぜ。
I mean, that's a tall order. Godakuma saw Nanjo, and even Genji were choking on tears of gratitude. Even Genji? Wow, can't even imagine. Bowler, in order to clear away their long-standing regrets, immersed himself even more in the production of the episode 6 scenario. Alright, we're pumped. We're getting some new ideas out of here. Oh. Again with a knocking. Who is it? Well, this sure isn't an unexpected character.
どう？
Ah, Evatrice.
新しいシナリオ進んじゃったりしてる？
エヴァおばさんの中学時代じゃなくて魔女エヴァだな。何しに来やがった。
何ってご挨拶ね。過去のエピソードで一番人気があったのは何？
Which previous episode was the most popular?
エピソード3じゃない？
Actually, it kind of makes you think, because, you know, I've heard that these episodes were released, you know, episodically, not all at once. So, before this, you had episode 5, 4, and 3. Was 3 still the most popular? Kind of makes you kind of a hard question, because even episodes 4 and 5, they were great. Was episode 3 still the most popular at the time?
あのシナリオが盛り上がったのはどうして？
Because of you! Well, you know what? Don't worry. Well, actually, you know what? Evatrice was in this episode as well. In a duel with George. So, you did get something. I'd argue that you were a lot more important in episode 8 than episode 6, however.
私という好敵手が活躍したからじゃない？素敵なシナリオにはね、素敵なライバルが欠かせないの。それに私、 う見えても前回人気投票は第8位。
That's nice.
エピソード3以降ほとんど出番がないにもかかわらずのトップ10キープはさすがだと思わない？あんたさえ良ければエピソード6にも登場してあんたを盛り上げてあげてもいいんだけど。
I mean, Erika still got like, what was it, like 6th place? Like in just one episode. Actually, this reminds me of an image that I found on the internet, and I think it was like a manga panel at some point. Maybe it was like a goofy side thing in the manga where both Erika and Evatrice were compared, like Erika was on the right and Evatrice was on the left, and they were both compared by Balor. Actually, hold on. Is this actually gonna be it? Is it gonna be referenced here? Let's see.
無理しないで登場させちゃえば。
いや、いい。ライバルは間に合ってるし。
どうしてよ。
ムカつくライバルっつう意味では十分にもう間に合ってんだ。たちの悪さも変態度もお前さんははるかに上回ってるぜ。
何よそれ。
Better I promise to confront Erika in the next scenario, thus unofficially offering her a role. Yeah, there's nothing much to be done there. I mean, episode 5 did end on that note of Balor and Erika still fighting each other, so Erika still had to be dealt with. Whereas like, you know, episode 3 had a sense of finality to Evatrice. Whereas in episode 4 and episode 6, Evatrice was used, but in under small, contained scenarios. Erika, on the other hand, she continued to fight like the entire army. Like, her story was not done. So he had no idea where he could place Eva, someone whose character overlapped with Erika's. Additionally, Eva, who had seemed like an extremely evil character when she made her debut in episode 3, now seemed dull in comparison to Erika. Actually, this kind of makes me think of that whole thing that people were talking about how episode 3 was changed because people thought that the first 2 episodes were so difficult to write, to understand, so Ryukishi had to change things up. And I've heard of the stories of this Virgilius guy being originally placed, but instead they made Evatrice / Eva the quote-unquote culprit of episode 3, and then Erika would be placed like much later and all that. It is an interesting thing. After all, Erika set the bar very high, thanks to her being the type who would resort to cheap tricks.
ま、そういうわけだ。立ち絵命令のスクリプトがバグった時くらいしか出番はねえぜ。
エリカって子に私が劣るっていうの？何が？どうして？
ランクオールエースの超スペック。ムカつき度。ヘタレ度。特にでかいのが変態度。
She's a broken mess of a person. She is prideful as fuck. Like, to quote the almighty Noby Grand, everything in Erika's life must be shitty in order for her to throw shit in equal quantity. That will be engraved on her tombstone. I will make sure to write that on her tombstone. whether she likes it or not.
あいつキャラ立ちすぎだって。
And most importantly, she's perverted. Yeah, so this surely makes me think of that manga panel that I talked about before. And he, like, in that one, Batter also mentions, like, the outfits that the two wear, and that Erika is much cuter.
何よ何よ、私がインパクトで負けてるっていうの？キャラで負けてるっていうの？
だってあいつわざわざ水着に着替えて雨の降る中壁をよじ登ってガムテープ貼って回る変態だぜ。エリカは人気投票第6位、あんたは第8位。
I mean, you know, that's like the only... Because we all know of the whole deal with people going outside the mansion and inside the mansion, and how one would initially question, well, wait, wouldn't they be wet? And then people told me, yeah, just don't think much on that one. That's like one of the few things that is not realistic about Umineko, is the fact that people should get wet. But, you know, it's because of the rain that it makes it so difficult, because if we see people get wet, then they would be acting suspicious. So Ryukishi decides to kind of ignore that kind of thing. So you don't see people getting wet. Therefore, it doesn't really matter what people wear. But no, in this one instance, Ryukishi wrote Erika with a swimsuit, like outside in the rain, just to climb the walls and climb the windows to put duct tape on them. The one time a character would realistically change their clothes so that their original clothes wouldn't get wet. Like Erika uses a swimsuit to, you know, to not act suspicious with her dress being wet.
でも得票数は倍近いんだぜ。
But I think that we all know why that is. It's fan service. Like, I had made that whole thing with like, I had made that video about Erika in the swimsuit and life jacket and trying to make sense out of it. In the end, it is fan service.
何よ、若い女の子が水着着てるってだけで票が入っちゃうの？
男は露出に弱えからな。スカートの丈一つ取ってもそうだぜ。
Oh, there you go.
エリカは膝丈だけど、あんたはロングだし。
There you go. There it is.
何しろこの絶対領域のご時世に、靴下かタイツかニーソかさえわかりゃしねえ。
Zettai Ariakey? What is that? But yeah, stockings. Thigh highs. Wow. Yeah, that surely does something to a motherfucker.
髪型もただのパッツン。そこへ来たら、エリカは超王道のツインテール。スカート、髪型、露出に変態度と、どこを取っても勝ち目がねえよ。
I love that Beller just keeps focusing on that perverted nature.
完全にキャラが飲み込まれてる。わざわざ出番を設ける理由がねえ。
Character overlaps with Erika's. Never makes an appearance again. Fire from Umineko. Abandoned on the roadside. Starvation. Diff.
そんなの困るわ。お願いします、バトラ様。私頑張りますから出番をください。スカートの丈が問題なら直します。髪型が問題なら直します。露出度も変態度もお望みでしたらお言いつけの通りにしますから。どうか私にも出番をください、バトラ様。
Nah. You don't have to do any of that, Evatris. Come on.
スカートの丈を直すって具体的にはどの
10センチ
Valor snapped his fingers and Eva's skirt shrank by 10 centimeters. Okay, Valor. No, let's not go down that road. Please. Don't let the role of the Game Master get to your head. Like, you know, you played a lot with the 7 stakes early on, but this is the point of the story where you have to take things seriously a little bit.
10センチ
Oh no.
そろそろ膝くらい出てきたそれくらいでいいのかな
もっと短くして
Oh no. The skirt became shorter and shorter. In the end, it was so short that Eva had to practically pull down the hem with both hands to keep her panties from being seen. Oh god. It was too short even by miniskirt standards.
ま、スカート丈だけならエリカに対抗できてきたかな
I mean, Jesus Christ, he shortened her skirt that much? I don't think that it... How long is Ariakey's skirt? Hold on. Like, I remember it being like knee long. Yeah, it reaches around like the knee part, so this is way beyond that.
髪型は
ウィッグをかぶってツインテールにします
露出度と変態度は
Better finally remember that he was not just a mere snare writer, but a god called the Game Master. That's right. Here I am God, free to do whatever I want. Anyone who goes against my will gets no role. And thus, Better sank into the dark temptation that plagued all witches. Eva's dress had by now been remodeled into a super short miniskirt, and was wearing black knee socks to match. Her hairstyle had been changed into twin tails, and on top of that, she had even agreed to show up on screen with cat ears, a bell color in a... Okay. This is a Higurashi reference, isn't it? Cat ears, bell collar in a celery uniform, and bloomers with a tail attached. The special penalty game outfit. Higurashi. But even with such harsh conditions thrust upon her, Eva, who didn't want to lose her role, groveled on the floor and thanked Better profusely. Better, who said with an attitude like that of a feudal lord that he would graciously grant her a role, had become a wicked magistrate of a game master, to the point where even Beato would have been surprised.
我こそは新しきゲームマスターバトラ様だぜ。出番が欲しいやつは願いてよ。俺の機嫌を損ねるやつは出番なしだ。うわっ